Corrosion is everywhere. On boats, on pipes, on bridges. You'll often see it as rust when you visit the coast. That's the result of a reaction between metals, water and oxygen, which gradually wears away at the metal, weakening it. And it's a massive problem. Every day, enough steel to make 400,000 cars corrodes away. That's 5 cars a second. And it costs about 2.6 trillion euros globally to tackle each year, enough to fund 25 international space stations. That goes towards monitoring and treating corrosion, but it's a slow process, requiring a manual check of each site in a race against time. Because if corrosion gets too bad, boats sink, oil pipes leak, and bridges collapse. So, what really is corrosion, and what can we do about it? Corrosion is the process in which a metal reacts with water and oxygen. When iron or steel meets water, the particles in the metal and oxygen, called electrons, are transferred, forming rust. This rusted surface is fragile and will eventually flake off, revealing a new surface to react with. This results in metals wearing away over time, making them weaker, less effective at holding liquids and gases, and eventually breaking them down completely. This is bad for a number of reasons. For one, it puts people at risk. Structures, such as bridges, can collapse if their metal supports corrode away. The same goes for the hulls of ships, which can be weakened by corrosion, making them vulnerable to sinking. For another, you may remember the phenomenal 2.6 trillion euros it costs per year to monitor, treat and repair globally. That's about 3.8% of the worldwide GDP, which could instead be spent on projects that improve people's lives. It also comes at a huge cost to the planet, as replacing the 5 tons of steel lost to corrosion each second requires mining and manufacturing, damaging the environment and using large amounts of energy. Pipes can also burst when weakened by corrosion, releasing toxic pollutants into the ocean, wreaking havoc on delicate ecosystems. So, to prevent this, right now, we monitor corrosion largely by manually inspecting each site. This is made more difficult when you consider a lot of these sites are underwater. With so many sites, this takes a lot of time and money, especially if corrosion is found and is in need of repair. So, to make it a bit easier, sensors are used to assist in monitoring corrosion, although these still require hands-on operation and, similar to manual inspections, can only detect corrosion once it's already taken place. This led to an alternative way of thinking. What if, instead, we could predict corrosion and take action before it ever happens? This became the SOCORRO project. By using sensors to take in information about the surrounding environment, such as the temperature, salt levels, or bacterial activity, we can find the conditions corrosion occurs in. Then, using artificial intelligence, the risk of corrosion can be predicted, indicating when treatment or maintenance will be needed before it ever becomes a problem. This is far more cost-effective than the trillions spent on manual inspections or major repairs, and, importantly, means corrosion never needs to put lives or the environment at risk. So it does seem possible to stop corrosion before it's too late.